You know, whenever I'm down and feeling blue lately, I think to myself, well, at least I'm not Keir Starmer. That guy is about as popular as another lockdown. I reckon Rose West herself could get released from prison on compassionate grounds. She could run for election and she'll beat him because the guy is so hated. I mean, I've never known a Prime Minister in my lifetime to be so despised. And I remember when Gordon Brown was in office, even when Tony Blair was in office, he wasn't despised like this. Sure, people had problems with him, but my God, you can feel the disdain the country have for the guy. And it's everywhere. I've spoken to Labour voters who completely regret voting for the fella because he has turned out to be some kind of dictator. Now, despite all that, we have friends. We have friends abroad who are seeing our plight. And they're not just anyone. These are world leaders. These are politicians who are pointing out Keir Starmer's faults and speaking out publicly against him with how he's treating us, and rightly so. And we should be grateful for this. Even though, of course, it's none of the left-leaning politicians. They wouldn't dare, would they? But what do you expect when you have a frivolent socialist like Keir Starmer as Prime Minister? Then, of course, the people are going to suffer, aren't they? And so the German MEP, Christine Anderson, she's spoken out about his way of governing, and she's shown her disdain. She said, and I quote, "Britain is sliding into totalitarianism under Keir Starmer. 3 years in prison for digital hate crimes. The EU must never follow this path. In Germany, the government is already salivating at the prospect," end quote. And she's absolutely right. Of course, the German government have been kind of suppressing the German people for quite some time, especially under that monster Chancellor Angela Merkel when she was in office. I think she has a lot to answer for personally. Then there's Italy's Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini. He's spoken out and condemned Keir Starmer for what he's doing to the people of Great Britain. This isn't how the leader of a nation should treat his own people, he said. Even the Argentinian President Javier Milei, he's spoken out against Keir Starmer. He is, of course, pro-free speech. He's anti-woke. He seems to have ended left-wing corruption in the Argentine government and brought back common sense, and fair play to him. To do that to a South American country, that's quite an achievement. Anyway, he had a dig at Keir Starmer by saying the British government is now jailing people for posting on social media. What is happening in Britain is an example of the oppression under regimes that seek to control freedom of expression. And he's absolutely right. I mean, I can't fault the guy there for what he's saying. It's completely true. And lastly, we have US Republican Senator Ted Cruz. He went on to say that the Magna Carta is on fire and the population is being subjugated under Keir Starmer. Again, spot-on analysis there. And interestingly, there are only 4 of the original 63 clauses of the Magna Carta still valid or still in effect. So there we go, world leaders are condemning Keir Starmer for how he's treated us, the British people, how he has made Brits scared to write what they think or express their valid concerns on social media or anywhere else. And if he had any sense of right and wrong or any morality whatsoever, then he'd stop it, wouldn't he? But he won't. Socialists, they never relinquish power. Once they have it, they go completely mad and push things to the limit. They go too far and they end up out of control. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet. Why not? You may as well. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and you're joining like-minded people. So until the next time, Roger Trout.